The celebration of Samhain. Whether you are new to the practice, have been working for decades with the sabbits and holy days, whether you craft with a group or have a solitary practice, learning to listen to your own innate knowing and to practice listening to your intuition can be the most helpful thing you do. When you begin, ask your intuition, guides, and ancestors as you follow your magical path. Always practice with intention and education, and always remember to ground and protect. The celebration of Samhain, spelled Samhain, the thinning of the veil. Each fall, the thinning veil reminds us to honor the beyond. What we know is not everything. The intuition, like a careful spider, spinning the web, a different kind of divination. Each October, we are reminded to welcome the mystery and lean into the Sabbath that is Samhain. What we now call Halloween has roots in the Catholic celebrations All Hallows Day, All Saints Day, and All Souls Day. These holidays come to us from pagan holidays, named the Celtic Fest of Samhain. This is our Sabbath to honor the dead when the veil between the world and the next is the thinnest. During this time, huge bonfires burn to frighten spirits while warming the souls of those who we love who have departed. Samhain means summer's end and is one of the most holy days. Samhain is the beginning of the dark parts of the year. This is the time for ritual, for communication with the dead. We make altars. We whisper spells. We divine collectively in covens and in solitary practice. Celtic poets called the other world by a myriad of names. Honeyed, Plain of Bliss, Apple Island, Fortunate Island, Summerland, and Isles of the Blessed. And where do we enter the thresholds? With caution. And where do we enter the thresholds? With caution and protection and intention, of course. Look for the in-between spaces, land and water, dusk, the open mouths of caves, fairy hills or mists. Samhain, a Gaelic word pronounced Samhain, is celebrated traditionally October 31st to November 1st. The ancient Celtic tradition is one of the four fire festivals marking the place between the fall equinox and the winter solstice. After the harvest was complete, the community would meet with the Druid priest to light a fire using a wheel. The wheel was representation of the sun. Early texts say that Samhain lasted 3 days and 3 nights, a magical, powerful number. The traditions of Samhain. The Sabbath is rich with traditions, such as a dumb supper, communication with the dead, and ancestral altars. During a dumb supper, communities gather together to celebrate Samhain. Dumb refers to silent, as is powerful during ritual. During these suppers, participants are carefully awaiting any signs that someone from the beyond has visited. Tables are treated as altars for families to gather around. There are denotions of the harvest, items from those past, photographs, and candles. Working with the Morgan. The Morgan is said to be the Celtic goddess that is associated with Samhain. Her name is derived from the Old Irish of Great Queen. She is associated with crows and ravens, wolves, shapeshifters, water, and sovereignty. She is prophetic and may appear before battle in a frenzy. If you were looking to work with a goddess during this time, the Morgan would be a powerful goddess to invoke. Just don't do so lightly. The Celtic tree calendar, the reed. The Celtic tree calendar is divided by the 13 moon cycles of the year. The modern tree calendar is based conceptually off the letters of the Celtic algoram alphabet as they correspond to trees. There is very little evidence of the Celtic tree calendar being created by the early Celts. However, it is a point of connection among Celtic scholars. These symbols and themes tie in with Celtic culture and mythology, and are therefore symbolically beautiful ways to honor the different sabbats. During the month of Samhain, reed is a especially potent tree to work with. Traditionally, wind instruments are crafted from the delicate tree of the reed. The haunting noises of wind instruments can be associated with the music of the underworld. As you honor the cycle of death and rebirth, reed can teach you how to whisper sweetly between these worlds. Working with crystals for Samhain. Obsidian. Obsidian isn't a crystal, but it's actually what is considered volcanic glass. Obsidian is said to be a psychic stone as well as a stone for grounding and protection. Obsidian can absorb negative energy during ritual. Working with candles for Samhain. Working with candles can be a powerful addition to any ritual. You can light them on altars, on dinner tables for dumb supper, or in windows, guiding the souls of the ancestors home to pay a visit. Working with a black candle can invoke the energy of the crone and the triple goddess. Black can be a protective color, and black candles can work to keep us energetically safe. They can also be powerful when working with obsidian. Black candles can also be worked with as an emblem of forgiveness. Rituals for Samhain. To enjoy this liminal space, it's a good time to enjoy and seek out mystery. Burn a bonfire, host a dumb supper, build an altar, leave offerings to ancestors, deities, gods, and fairies. Revel in the 2 full moons. Lean into spell work. Embrace quietude. Learn to listen. Embrace the beyond. Celebrate death. Drink cider. Spill some wine on your tablecloth and connect with mugwort. When you celebrate death on Samhain, the Day of the Dead, you are also celebrating life. We cannot have one without the other. By doing this, you honor and give thanks to the departed souls who have touched your life and to the life you have that you are blessed to be living. You also honor your past self, celebrate her, thank her, accept her. She has worked so hard to get to where you are today. This reading is from Tammed Wild and their book, The Wheel of the Year, an introduction to the sabbats. On another note, I wanted to talk about bonfires. Bonfires are an ancient tradition. Bonfire comes from the word bonefire. And they used to call it a bonfire because after loved ones would pass, they would put the bones in the fire and talk about memories. There's also more to this story that I will share with you at a later time. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Even leave a comment if you'd like. All of these things help my algorithm and really show your support. Thank you so much. Sending love.